Sawadee krap. This is quite different already, right? We don't say good morning in Thailand. We just say sawadee krap. Anyway, good morning, everybody, right here, and thank you very much for Galaya Institute of Music to invite me to come today. And my presentation today is about MU, ME, and me. Okay, you have to read MU, ME, and me. Okay, myths and realities. Okay. So we'll should start with MU, ME, and me. What does it mean, MU? MU, I think, stands for music, right? Usually we use MU for music. Now we'll talk today with about the music. And what does it mean, music? We should use the word applied music or pure music or music performance. Okay, just like right here, you are training musicians. Okay. Now the second one is ME, is mean music education, just like me. Our faculty is School of Education, and I'm at the Division of Music Education, Faculty Education, Chulalongkorn University. Okay, and the last one, I will be talking about me. Me is not it's me. Me is music education at Faculty Education, Chulalongkorn University. I would like to show you a little bit to share with you what we have been done, for more than 30 years right there. And I hope that something can be applied for School of Music, just like right here, okay? Now let's start with the definition of music first. Lots and lots of definition in music, okay? But I like these two. Music is an art of sound, the sound, in time that expresses ideas and emotions in significant forms through the elements of rhythm, very important one, melody, harmony, and color, okay? That's dictionary.com. Another one from Cambridge Dictionary, very nice, I like this one, but there's something right there that I don't like it. A pattern of sounds, good, made by musical instruments. You have to make music, or voices you have to make by your own voice, or computers, or combination of these, intended to give pleasure to people listening to it. I don't think it's only pleasure, right? We have to give appreciation. I think that's the last end of music, okay? So anyway, we are talking about music. We have to know that music is in the area of humanities. You will study about the content. You will study about the essence of music. You don't care anything much about some other things. That's at the heart of music, okay? So if we are talking about music, we are making sounds, or we can use the word we making music, okay? And I'm going to talk with the higher education programs, okay? How to train the musicians, okay? You have to have music skills first, right? Very important. But besides music skills, you have to have lots and lots of knowledge in music. But today, I would like to focus on music skills. And when I'm talking about music skill, I mean also related to music theory, music history, literature, and related areas. But at the end, you have to combine all of those things, and you have to show that you have sort of a good music skills to be a good musician, okay? And that's enough already, or that's all? No, if we are talking about higher education program, you have to study general education also, right? To have your broad idea about something other than music. And then you can make music. Hopefully it must be, must be good music, okay? And my question is that, is enough you study about music and only general education and some sort of just like a free, you have some sort of a free credits hour to enroll in any any courses at the university, okay, free electives. And it's true that you will perform only. And what's the reality? And finally, this is the myth or is the reality that we are doing something like this, okay? That's the MU or music, okay? Now come to ME, music education. This is my own definition, okay? Music education is a field of study associated with teacher. You have to have teacher, very important. And you have to have student. You have to have the curriculum or the program. You have to have teaching or learning style, you know. You teach, the student learn music, including very important one. We have to talk with about music sensitivity, and finally, music appreciation is very important, okay? And we are in social sciences area. We have to deal with lots of things besides content. We have to thinking about people, we have to thinking about the context of the society, those kind of things, okay? That's why I think that people in music education, I can say that quite a little broad-minded persons, okay? Because we have to look at everything before we manage the music education program, okay? So, what does it mean though? These two photos. The first one, we also emphasize process, not just talking about product. Okay, but if we're talking about music, I think that you tend to just focus on the product. You have to play good concert tonight, okay? But for education, we are dealing with lots and lots of processes. Now, making music and teaching music. If we are talking about music education, okay, so we study, of course, music skills, and we have to study lots and lots of things about education skills, teaching, learning, those kind of things, and we have student teaching. Our students have to go to school to practice teaching, okay, and we have teacher extra activities. No credit, but you have to participate in these extra activity in order to get the degree, okay? And also general education, just like the same as the music, pure music program, okay? And then what are we doing? Finally, we have to make music also, and we have to teach music also, right? Yes, we have to teach music, not just playing music, okay? And don't forget, during the program, we focus on process and also product, okay? And evaluation comes lots and lots during our program or during our teaching and learning process, okay? So question again, enough that we have done this kind of thing? Anything else that we have to thinking about, and how to thinking about that? And where is the myths, where the realities, okay? Now come to me. Music education and faculty education, Chulalongkorn University. What have been done right here, or what are we doing, you know, during past 30 years, more than 30 years, okay? And I would like to share with you about my ideas, how to thinking about doing something, anything, okay? Especially music education. You have to begin with skills, right? And skills mean knowledge also, okay? The second thing is experiences, very important. The students have to learn skills, yes, have to learn knowledge, have to study about the knowledge, have to know, have to understand, but they have to have lots and lots of experiences during the program. What does it mean, experiences? We'll talk a little bit later, okay? And finally, this is the base of everything. You have to thinking about thinking. Not just let the student know about the skills, understand about the skill, can play the music without thinking. Okay, thinking is very important thing, and we have done a lot at Chulalongkorn University, and especially in our program, music education program, right there. Okay, that's the professional skills, or we call hard skills, that the student in any professions have to have that. Okay, now talking a little bit about in details about skills, experiences, and thinking. Skills mean that you have to learn right here. Okay, I'm talking about me. You have to study Thai and Western music. If you if you are majoring in Thai music, you have to study some courses and you have to show a little bit skills in Thai music. And if you are majoring in Thai music, you have to study some courses in Western music in order to know what is going on about music, okay? And also you have to study about education, right? That's another area. Now talking about the experiences, you have to have the perform, okay? Music performance experiences. We have lots and lots of activities that students have to do in at the faculty, in the university, and outside the universities or during the program. And finally, we have to talking about education experiences. And the important is that for this is that they have to go to school for doing student teaching. Okay, how about thinking? There are many, many thinking styles, but I think that three main thinking styles that are very important is that critical thinking, problem solving thinking, and creative thinking. You have to do some sort of new things, okay? But it must be good thing also. If we're talking about creative thinking, we mean doing something good, not doing something not good, okay? So this is these are that we have done, okay? We have our annual concert, Thai music, and we have Wai Kru ceremony. We have our midday concerts to combine both Thai and music, Western and Thai music. And also this is the Western music. And here is very important. This is our alumnus. I think that if Thai people know her, okay, Dongporn Pong Pasuk. During studying at our division, her major is Thai music. And her major is voice, okay? She can sing beautifully Thai music, but now she's sort of a jazz singer, and she can sing jazz with sort of a Thai style music. Very nice to listen to her, okay? And she's beautiful also, okay? Now, talking a little bit about experiences. Music performance, right? That's experiences that the student should have and education also. And how about a little bit of details? Concert performance. Concert organization is very important for our students. You have to do your annual concert. We call Kalusat concert by your own. The teachers are only the consultants or the advisors only, okay? And you have to have field study, both in music and both in education. And finally, very important, you have to go to student teaching, okay? That's the experience that they have to have, okay? Now, about thinking, okay? I think everybody knows that's already, right? Critical thinking, what does it mean? Problem solving, we have used a lot, okay, in daily life. And creative thinking, we use some, okay? Enough. The question again. Anything else that we should do more? And this is the myths or realities, okay? My question, my answer is no, is not enough. There must be something more, and it's the reality that we have to do. That's the generic skills or soft skill, okay? You have to have life skills, you have to have life experiences, and of course, you have to have the thinking as a critical problem solving and creative thinkings in terms of some other context, not just music. Because music is only part of your life, is your profession. but you have to live every day. You have to have lots and lots of thinking about something in your life, okay? And you have to have lots of skills in your life. For example, we'll talk now. Let's start with skills, life skills. What does it mean? Communication. You are a musician, you have to communicate. And you have to have a sort of a good communicator, right? And good musician. Leaderships, managements, we use a lot when we are doing our concert, okay? Teamwork is very important, right? Orchestra, you have to have teamwork. Social, social skills, lots and lots that we can talk about adaptability, okay? Information technology research. You have to do research. And the last question is about the research. I think the balance is very important. If the university says that you have to do lots and lots of research, you just do lots and lots of research. But the university changed the policy that you have to do less research. It depends on you. Less, what does it mean less? Okay, but you have to do some research because it's soft skill already. It's not the professional skills right now. And finally, very important one, moral and ethics. Okay. How about experience? Same thing, but you have to use as an experience. You learn it, you practice it, and you have to use it. And you have to have a chance for your students to practice or to use it as an experience. For example, you just let them do the concert by their own. That they know the communication, they know the theory of communication, and they have to use it to organize the concert. Okay. Now, how about thinking? Thinking. If we're talking in terms of general skills, you have to thinking about music anyway, because you are a musician. But and if you are music education, you have to thinking about music education, and you have to thinking about based on general education. And finally, very important one, if you are talking about thinking right here, you have to apply your thinking in daily life effectively. Okay, you have to think all the time, and I think that the change will happen. Okay, if you think and you have creative of something, you have creative thinking. Okay, now, so I think this is the reality that you have to let your student learn, let your student study, let your student experience, and let your student think how to do this kind of thing. Okay. The left one is very important. Professional skills, you have to have that, but you have to have soft skills, okay? And don't forget, very important one, you have to emphasize both process and product, okay? And I would like you very much, right here, School of Music, to apply something, you know, from social sciences into the humanities. How can do something like this? I think that if you are a teacher right here and you listen to me, maybe you can thinking about, okay, we'll now focus on process and how do we do that, okay? I think that if you would like to begin with this, you can read more, you can find something more in education, and I think that after that you can apply to make your program better, okay? I mean, pure music program, okay? And is the myth or reality that you have to do, you have to let the student have professional skills and also generic skills? It's, my answer is that it's the reality. You have to have that, both soft skill and professional skills. And they, the students, when they have lots of soft skills, they can use in their professional skills also. It's make them think better, doing something better, and trying to do something different. I think, you know, because if we are talking about generic skills, we're talking about something around them, not just only music. They have to think about the context, you know, in their universities, in their societies around the world, what happened, something like that, or our ASEAN community. Okay, so why I said that that's the reality, because right now they said that the students have to have 21st century skills, and 21st century skills can look in two ways. The first way is that you have to put 21st century skill in the professional skills, and also you have to put the 21st century skills into the soft skill. Okay, and for Thailand, they put already, that's why it's the reality. They put 21st century skill in Thailand qualification framework for higher education by Office of Higher Education Commissions. That's the TQF. Okay, a little bit about 21st century, that the 21st century skills, okay, and a little bit about the TQF. You have to train the student to be a good students that include moral and ethics, knowledge, of course, cognitive skill, that's about thinking, interpersonal skill and responsibility, and the last one is numeric, analysis, communication, and information technology skills. Okay, that's my idea. That's my idea that I would like to share with you very much, and that's the reality. Okay, that you have to do something different right here. Why? Because I think that your student will some sort of the flexible person, you know, who play music with good quality, but inside they have some sort of flexible of thinking, some sort of adaptable to something, you know, and make their life be a good quality to live in. Okay, so my conclusion, professional skills very important. You have to do that, but don't forget generic skills or soft skills, and don't forget to focus on process and product. Okay, and that's the making music, making with good interpretation, very important, and appreciation, the end of the music. Okay, so at the end of my speaking, I would like to share with you about the word, the words of Aristotle, okay, from politics. That's the interpretation first, okay. The Greek philosopher Aristotle believed that when music was designed to imitate a certain emotion, a person listened to the music would have that emotion. Very important, making music and interpretation, okay? But this is the exact words by Aristotle. We accept the division of melodies proposed by certain philosophers into ethical melodies, melodies of action, and passionate, very important one, and inspiring melodies, each having, as they say, a mode corresponding to it. So thank you very much. I would like to talking very much, you know, about this photo, you know, Apollo and Dionysus. It's some sort of philosophy, or we call it doctrine of ethos, you know, and you have to have that if you are a musician, especially Western musician. But in Thai, we can use it also, okay, and we can apply that, okay. So, how about your response or your questions?
Any discussions? This is definitely 21st century, I can see, for the pictures, that it is really wonderful in a way that sometimes we can see how myth survive in the realities, and the interpretations in each centuries are changing. And also that I'm sure that Associate Professor Dr. Narutt also mentioned something about the soft skills and the hard skills, that it's not something like it has been discussed in Professor Kotia's discussion earlier, that it's not static, but the soft skills and also the hard skills also evolves with times and with the changes.
Right.
Also.
I think that is very important. The word balance. You know, you have to teach the student hard skill or professional skill, and you have to teach them also develop also the soft skill or generic skills. I would like to use the generic. You know, it's just like you have to have that. You know, but the thing is that you have to balance it. You know, how far that you go for professional skills within 4 years for your program, and how much that your students have to have the soft skills, okay, or generic skills, very important one. So that's why education also is dynamic, you know. You have to think, you have to change according to the context of societies. You have to change a lot of things. You have to adapt lots of things because of your students. Each year by year, they are different, right? You have to a little bit adapt something to fit them, because that's the very important thing that you have to do. You don't just do it because you would like to do it. You have to do it because your student would like to have it. It's very important, okay? And in at the faculty education, our division, we also have some, so I can say that unique identity, okay? When you talking about talking to someone and for not quite a long time, I think that you will know that this guy may be graduated from Division of Music Education, Faculty Education, Chulalongkorn University. I think you can get that because I can say that we have unique identity. Okay. And I would like to share with you that you have to something like apply something that we have done, you know, to make your program much more beautiful or something like that for your students.
Hello, hi. I'm from Seoul National University from Korea. I was wondering whether the education in Thailand, because in Korea if we call music, then we call it Western music.
Western music.
Not rather than the Korean traditional music. And when we had the exchange with China, and
Right.
their curriculum is 50 and 50 for the Chinese music and Western music.
Mhm.
But in Korea it's different, and
Mhm.
probably Japan is different too. So I just want to know in Thailand how you balance between your own music and Western resources. This is very
Right. I
important
think
point
that's
in my country.
my question is process, not product. You know,
Okay.
we have two majors, Western music major and Thai music major. You have to have that. You have to play. You have to sing good Thai music and good Western music. But during the process, they have to work together. They have to learn together. They have to know each other. And we have lots and lots of activities that you have to show your understanding of your major, Western music. And by the way, you don't forget that you have to show us also, you have to understand something about Thai music. That's why I talking about process, you know. So something that you cannot do over the content, let's say, but you can do a lot about the process. Okay. And also if you're talking about the content, if you are Western music, you have to learn lots and lots of things also about Thai music. And if you are majoring in Thai music, you have to learn a lot also for Western music. Learn a lot, but that doesn't mean we have the requirements that you have to study. And if you would like to learn more about Thai music, even though you are Western music major, you can have lots and lots of electives to study for, and lots of activities that you have, you can do it, okay? For example, you can get some sort of the very beautiful melodies from Thai music and arrange for orchestra, and try to use some sort of a percussion instrument in your orchestra, you know, in order to let the listener listen to this music played by orchestra, but they have some sort of a Thai music smell, and that's very good one. Don't forget your root or something like that. Process is very important if you're talking about education, because our philosophy, okay, pragmatism, you have to learning by doing.
But I think it's different by the country. Every country has kind of own circumstance and social situation. So my question was, how about the situation in Thailand? I was wondering whether, because in China and Korea it's all very different. And so my question was, how your country is balancing with two different types of music. That was my. I'm not questioning about the process. Of course, it's every country's different situations. So yeah. So that's my comments. Yeah.
This is why that we have both music, both kinds of music in our program.
The thing is, it's kind of relating to the curriculum. In Korea, our curriculum is Western. If students choose Western music, then they don't really have to get elective like Korean music. So just very few subjects. But for Korean traditional musicians too, same things. So I was wondering whether the situation in Thailand.
In Thailand, for example, right here they don't have Thai music. You can do that, but they try also to have a lot of activities for the student to show about something about Thai music that they have to know. And in our faculty, they have really two majors. I think it depends on your philosophy that your program would like to offer two kinds of music, traditional music or Thai music right here, and Western music or some other kinds of music. And it's some sort of your capability to do that also, okay? I think that's according to your thinking, In Korea, said that music means Western music and that's it. But in Thailand, if you're talking about music, don't forget Thai music. That's in our
So it's very similar in every institutions like PGVIM and your college and probably Mahidol's and any other colleges pretty similar?
Quite similar.
Yeah, that's why I'm pointing out that every country has a different situations.
Right.
So, yeah.
And if you're talking about this, Japan also, almost 20 years already. If you're talking about music in Japan, in school, just Western music. But about 10 years ago, they changed the concept. And if you are the piano teacher, you have to learn to play some instrument, Japanese instrument, and you have to teach a little bit of Japanese music. Right
Is
now.
it true?
Pardon me?
Is it true?
True.
That's
And
what
I went there
About Japan.
more than 10 years ago.
I
and
thought
they
it's very
changed-
similar
they
with
changed the
Korean and Japan.
They changed the curriculum already.
Okay,
Before
alright.
that, just music, just Western music. But right now, music, Western music, 90%, and 10% Japanese music.
Yes, it's true. It's Korea too,
Mm.
90% and 10%
Yeah.
Korean music too. But in
Mm.
China, it's like a curriculum is 50 and 50, which is far different from Korea and Japan. Yeah.
Mm. So you have to change your thinking, I think. Otherwise, how your student can learn Korean music? Informal education, not good at all, for my idea, okay? My own opinion, okay?
Maybe just to
Because
share.
my training is Western music, but I appreciate a lot Thai music. I don't know much about Thai music, but I know something. It's just like Thai people just like this, They know their own music anyway.
So I guess maybe just something to add to Dr. Naruttนะคะ, is I guess maybe because of our learning style is not only contained in the curriculum itself. So even though the curriculum could be something like 10 to 90% of both traditionals and the classical music, but somehow in everyday's life, we try to make that all this traditional music is happening around us, and also that, well, for example, myself, I'm also the alumni of the schools, and I had found that most of my time practicing piano, I have a friend who practice Narutt next to my practice room. So in some way, I'm learning also from those indirect way of learning as well. So it's not always in the curriculum, but sometimes when you have lunch with people, they complain about their practices, and then in some way you learn about Thai music through really living together with the musicians, and this is something that I guess Associate Professor Dr. Narutt was trying to say in a way that it's in the thinking. It's in the philosophy of learning that is not just happening in class, but really the learning experience that is really worthwhile. And I'm sure we can share. We have some of the alumni here also. Ajahn Veerasak, for example. Ajahn Veerasak, also a conductor and a trumpet player, and he's combining a lot of southern part of Thailand music together in the orchestra without noticing whether it's classicals or traditionals, but in some way combining these together. So maybe if I could maybe share from my personal experience that this is.
So we have a little bit of time, and when we are talking about Thai music, we don't talk about traditional music only, okay? In our program or in our curriculum, we have been talking also about Thai folk music. You have to know a lot about folk music. And that's a very important one that Fokodai, he says that folk music is the mother tongue of the nation. Okay, that's why we have a lot of folk music in our division. Okay, you have to know a little bit of the folk songs or something like that. Besides traditional music, so beautiful, big band or big ensembles, no, you have to just listen to the folk music and try to sing it. And finally, a question? Okay.
Just the Malaysian situation, I think I agree with you. It's also the vision of the faculty that they can actually propose new programs and shape their programs to be more inclusive of other educations. And this is what some of the faculties have been doing to propose new programs that will include traditional music. But for Malaysian, it's another challenge because previously we were colonized by the British, so it's a lot of Western music. Then we started to include some kind of other music, which was then Malay music. Then, as you know, we are a very multicultural country.
Right.
Then the other cultures start to ask, so where are the other musics, like the Chinese, the Indian, the Sabah and Sarawak music? So slowly, we started also to propose programs that are more inclusive, but we are also facing inhibitions because of Malaysian quality framework, which sort of like keeps coming back at us to change the program. You know, it takes a lot of time,
Right.
and that's I guess the reality, that it takes a lot of time to do this, but it will eventually probably materialize in future.
Thank you. The balance is very important anyway, right? You have to balance lots of things. So I think that we should end this session already, right? If no
We
questions.
actually have another 5
But
minutes.
we have time also. If you don't have any questions, I have something for you. I would like to sing beautiful Thai folk song for you. Okay? Because I like it very much to sing my Thai folk songs. Besides the opera, Lopachu or something like that, okay? Which I can sing also, okay? This is the song that I collected from the small village in the central part of Thailand, okay? Called Uthai Thani province, Ban Tha Po. It's just a small village, okay? It's called Viman or something like the paradise, something, okay? วิมานเป็นถิ่นของไทยวิมานเป็นถิ่นของไทยแต่ว่าฉันมองไปล้วนเป็นปึกแผ่น ถิ่นไทยล้วนเป็นเมืองแมนถิ่นไทยล้วนเป็นเมืองแมนดูสุดแสนสุดสวยวิไลไทยเราเฝ้าแต่ยืนตรงเคารพธงธงสีเลือดไทยห้าริ้วปลิวอยู่สวยห้าริ้วปลิวอยู่สวยเราเลือดไทยอยู่ในสมรภูมิ It talking about the very good land to stay here, you know, and sometimes we have some sort of war, but we have to fight. We have to keep our land as our our country to stay in with freedom or something like that. Okay. So really at the end, okay, my look today is not classic Coke. My look is drinking water. See, I brought the blazer also, and you're talking about something different. So I would like to do something different. Okay, so I am drinking water, not classic Coke. Thank you.